Hello, dear students. Jai Hind. Very good morning. Now, dear student, as after your PTM and as I came in interaction with the students, I come to know that you people require some revision in few chapters. Specifically, it came to my notice that we need to discuss not as a whole chapter we need to revise in quick revision, but at least some practice. I want to dedicate few lectures for understanding and practicing nomenclature. Third, that's the how to name any particular organic compound. You all know, dear student, that there are already the rules, 4 to 5 rules, as I have studied regarding nomenclature method. I just want to give some hints. As you all know, today it is quick revision lecture chapter number 4. Okay. Now see, dear student, chapter number 4. Okay. That is carbon and its compounds. Understand? Carbon and its compounds. Right? And today it is revision lecture 1 for this particular chapter, where what I want to discuss with you is that we will discuss some of the topics, and as far as we all know that it sometimes becomes difficult for the students to name any organic compound when its structure is given, or sometime I have also seen student uh, feeling difficulties not only in naming the given compound, but when the name of the compound is given, they are feeling little troublesome how to make the structural formulas. So what we are targeting in today's lecture is this, that we want to discuss how to name any organic compound at as per the nomenclature. As you all know, how to name any organic compound just by reading its structural formula. You understood? Now, dear student, before I start discussing about how to name any organic compound, at least the rules of nomenclature of organic compound has to be in your mind. Which are some of the rules, dear student? Whenever I'm not going to discuss all rule those which we have studied in under the title nomenclature one by one. No, I am just giving you the quick healing point for that. First, dear student, whenever any structure of organic compound comes in front of you, what is important is you should know to learn carbon chain. Please concentrate on this, which I have sometime. I am just now writing carbon chain, but if you remember, I have somewhere utilized the word carbon skeleton, if you can remember. Understood? This carbon chain, accordingly, that you have to add particular suffix. Suppose, dear student, you see such carbon chain. I am not mentioning the how many number of compound, but if you see such chain, understand, dear student, you need to be very sure about this. I am going to dedicate 3 to 4 lectures for understanding the nomenclature of carbon compound. Suppose you see such a chain of carbon carbon atom. The chain may be cyclic, chain may be linear, chain may be branched, does not matter. If you see a carbon skeleton in any way, may be linear, may be cyclic, may be branched, may be co-branched, but if you find everywhere single bond, you all know, dear student, which suffix to be added? A and E. For carbon atom, you know, butane, 5 carbon atom, pentane, 3 propane, that way. But strictly, carbon chain may be linear, cyclic, branched, whatever. But if between two carbon atoms there is single bond, precisely you have its suffix ane. It may be 2 bromopentane, 3 chloropentane, understand, ethane, 2 methyl propane, whatever it is, but end suffix a and e. Now, dear student, the second rule. I am highlighting these facts which we have already done in the regular lectures, but highlighting for your benefit so that you can understand it properly, because we want to practice nomenclature and naming the organic compound in such a way that you may not do not make any mistake at all. Now, second, dear student, suppose you have a chain, understand, but somewhere you see double bond. Chain may be, as I am speaking it again and again, chain may be cyclic, it may be linear, it may be branched, but if you see somewhere between the two carbon atom the double bond, you all know, as per the rule of the nomenclature, you have to add which suffix? E and E. Mind this properly. Understand, these are some basics which you need to understand. Understood, right? Pentene, ethene, bromine, understand pentene, ethene, propene, hexene, heptene, etc. Now, dear student, if you see the carbon skeleton, suppose here you see triple bond, as you all know. So, when you just verify the carbon skeleton and you see somewhere between, I am precisely speaking between carbon atom, please mind this word, understand, because suppose if you think of any functional group, there also you will see double bond. Suppose I want to write carboxylic group, you all know, dear student, understand, carboxylic group looks like this, right? So when you write carboxylic group in this way, understand. So see, dear student, here actually single bond, understand. So what is going to happen, that there also you may find the double covalent bond, understand. But double covalent bond doesn't mean here that you apply the concept of this carbon skeleton. I am precisely speaking between two carbon atom. If there is triple bond, you have to add suffix y and e. This has to be extremely clear in your mind. That is what I want first. Single that means ANE, maybe methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, whatever. Double ENE suffix. It can be ethene, propene, butene, pentene, hexene, whatever. Triple bond in carbon skeleton I am speaking between the two carbon atom, then ethyne, not methane, you should mind it. Ethyne, propyne, butane, pentine, that way. Okay. This is the first golden rule, has to remain in your mind, dear student. Before naming any organic compound, you need to develop the basic skills of reading any carbon skeleton. Be very sure about this. Then comes, dear student, the second rule. I am just summarizing the rule, okay? That is for functional group, okay? For functional group, you all know various functional group. You understood? You must be remembering different functional group, just to mention few. Understand? I am not writing the halogen because you know, but suppose I write OH. Which is this group called? Alcohol group. Then what suffix you will add at the end? OL, as you know. Methanol, ethanol, butanol, pentanol. You understood this. But dear student, if there is presence of this functional group, as you all know, CHO group, which you call aldehyde group, what suffix you will add at the end? AL. Methanol, ethanol, pentanol, propanol, hexanol. You understood, right? Now, dear student, if you come across such functional group, understood the simple one C double O, you all know the suffix which will appear at the end of the organic compound ONE. Butane, understand, will turn butanone. Propane will turn propanone. Understand this way. Okay, to mention one more, let me write, okay, if it is like this, understand, if it is like this, C double O, right, and OH, you all know carboxylic group, so which suffix will be there? Oic, methane, methanoic acid, ethane, ethanoic acid, propane, propanoic acid. This way, dear student, understood? So, at least I am not, while we learn naming the organic compound, dear student, I am not suggesting you that you, when you want to name any organic compound, please remember that complete short notes and all rules. What I am suggesting is that at least these two golden rule has to be in your mind. Single bond any, double bond anywhere, ENE, triple bond anywhere in carbon skeleton YNE, then you need to particularly identify the functional group OH, OL, CHOAL, understand, C double O, ONE, C double OH, OIC, understand, right? So when we name any organic compound, understand, these two basic rules has to remain in your mind, understand? Okay, and dear student, in revision lecture, the pattern of the homework, understand that, see, remember one thing, in between the lecture also, sometime I will give some homework topic, mind it. You will not be given the separate homework. Understand? See, these two simple golden rule I have assessed out, and dear student, your first homework, understand, is to write them 3 times. Okay, this is your first homework. You have to write them 3 times and understand it. Okay, OH, OL, CHO, AL, COO, ONE, COOH, OIC. You have to remember all these particular. Understand, for halogen, there is no suffix to be particularly and precisely speaking. Okay. Now, dear student, second homework which I am saying is that whatever carbon skeleton means the structural formula of the organic compound I present here. What we are going to do, dear student, try to understand. I will draw one carbon structure here, organic compound structure. Understand, I will wait for for few seconds for you to draw the structure and try to name the structure according to this particular rule. Okay, dear student, that is what we are going to do. You all know three types of organic three types of hydrocarbon. What I can call this? Alkane, then alkene, and then alkyne. You all know this very well. Understood, right? So, and one more homework which I will not deliver. Whatever organic structure I draw and I ask you to name it first for few seconds by yourself, then I will name it. All structures means all particular example structure we discuss, you have to do in homework, understand, twice. That is your second homework. Okay, see, I am drawing first carbon skeleton means organic structure, and let us try to name it. Okay, please draw with me the first one. Okay, keep the basic rule in your mind. I am drawing it. First, you draw with me, because, dear student, we are targeting all student. Understand? Because revision happens for each and every student. I cannot target only the few student which sometime might feel boring. Sir, we know how to name this compound very well, but it's my duty that I have to go naming simple organic structures to the toughest one for each and every student. Suppose here is H. Okay, you all know, dear student, everywhere where you find the carbon valency free, it is to be hydrogen atom. Now, dear student, just giving you a fraction of time to think. Understood? Just verify. There are four carbon atoms. Every time you want to name any particular compound, your highlight point is to read the carbon skeleton. That is very, very important. Understand? Carbon skeleton you need to study, dear student, to name any organic compound. Understand? First, many students must have tried it out. First one, dear student, check for this. Are there any functional group you can see? Not at all. That means don't worry about this. No functional group. So first, now you concentrate on watching the carbon chain. Understood? In carbon chain, you see how many carbon atom? 4. You all know at least this basics, so you know, dear student. Understand, because there is only the single bond in carbon. You all know alkane, name of the alkane, if you start from having single carbon atom, methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane. Single bond means suffix ane. Now count how many carbon atoms are here. 4 carbon atoms. So definitely I have to add suffix ane, and I can name this compound as, what should I name it? Butane. Okay. counting the number of carbon atoms. Sometime I may utilize the word N-butane also. That can be called normal butane because when you don't see any branched or cyclic structure, they are called normal hydrocarbon, N-butane, N-hexane, whatever. So this is the first one. Okay, dear student. Now the second one. Okay. First you here I am discussing only few. I do not want to discuss all alkanes. Okay. Suppose let me draw carbon skeleton for you. Okay. Suppose in exam you are asked this way. So what I told dear student, I am just giving a fraction of time to you so that every student can try and understand. I have just given a organic structure here and you need to name it. Okay. The first basic, is there presence of any organic compound? Not at all. Sorry, functional group. Then see the carbon skeleton. Valencies are occupied or covalently bonded of carbon with the hydrogen atom. But what is this? Double bond means the suffix has to be E N E, and because it consists of two carbon atom, what should I name this, dear student? I can name it as ethene, as you all know. Having two ethene, having three propene, propene, butene, pentene, that though you know, dear student. And my one guidance is also for you. If sometime you feel much difficulty, dear student, so at least you can list it out in this way also. Sometime I have seen student doing this. Suppose, just I am giving you, so some student may even have a query who are not concentrating. Suppose this way, dear students, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C5, C6, this much only. This is, dear student, methane. Okay. Then this is ethane. Sometime if you feel difficulty, propane means having three carbon atom, butane, pentane, hexane. At least, dear student, suppose you make such table in your mindset. Suppose you have already made this. Having one carbon atom, methane, two ethane, three propane, four butane, five pentane, six hexane. Because some student might be querying their mind, how can sir name it ethene? So, dear student, two carbon atom means ethane, ethene, ethyne. Three carbon atom, propane, propene, propyne. Four carbon atom, butane, butene, butine. Five carbon atom, pentane, pentene, pentine. Six carbon atom, hexane, hexene, hexine. Now it will comfort you. Double bond means ene suffix, that is fixed. How many carbon atom? Two. Two carbon atom ethane. Name from this ethene. You understood, the student? This will comfort you a lot in naming any organic compound. Suppose we mention one another. Suppose here only I want to do it for you. Today I just want to start some of the basics which you need to keep in your mind forever. You will never feel difficulty in seldom, occasionally, sometime it may happen, but most probably you will not feel any difficulty naming any carbon structure coming in front of you. Suppose, dear student, let me mention one more. Try to understand this. Before me, can you guess? Any student? Here, carbon skeleton I have already shown. Okay, right? See, okay, for valency. First, dear student, every student, please be very attentive because I have seen even brilliant students sometime making mistake in nomenclature. See, first you need to concentrate on carbon chain. You see this? If there is presence of any functional, not at, don't worry. Carbon chain. Now in the carbon chain, dear student, single bond, no. Double bond anywhere, yes. That means ENE suffix clear. How many atom? Carbon atom 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atom butane turns out to be butene. Okay, dear student. This way you can name any carbon structure in front of you. Butane. You understood this? Is it getting clear in your mind? Suppose, dear student, one more skeleton I draw here. Just concentrate on this. I am drawing it here. Okay. Suppose let me show a hydrogen atom here. 4 valencies occupied. I may show here or below also I can show. Okay. Many students are also sometimes getting confused that how can we come to know how many hydrogen atom to be adjusted on each and every carbon atom. Be very sure, dear student, carbon atom needs to be surrounded by 4 covalent bond. Suppose how I have shown this carbon atom, if you concentrate, one bond here, two bond here. So just one bond is left. So I have shown it. For this carbon also, two here, one here, only one. For this carbon atom, only one covalent bond is surrounding it. So I have shown three. Now I am just giving a fraction of time to read this and name this. Can you guess it? What is this about? Some student might be getting surprised also. Carbon skeleton, yes. Double bond, yes. ENE, yes. 4 carbon atom means yes, butene. But sir, as here also called butene, how can this be also called butene? Definitely it is butene, but dear student, here I have shown double bond here. Here I have shown double bond on the between second and third carbon atom. So here, dear student, you can name this way 2-butene. Please mind this 2-butene. Simple. It is no doubt butene. It is necessary only. Understand? But because double bond appears, understand, between second and third carbon atom, so you can call it 2-butene. Is it clear in your mind? Understand? Few more structure first, dear student. Let us discuss. This is now okay. C1 methane, C2 ethane, C3 propane, C4 butane, C5 pentane, C6 hexane. Okay. Let I also still want to discuss with you in this lecture two another structures. Okay. And dear student, you should take this revision lecture as an accurate study for name for understanding the nomenclatures. Okay. Suppose let me show structure number 5. Okay. Suppose I am just drawing the structure here. Okay. Start drawing with me. I am just drawing the structure here. Carbon atom needs to be surrounded by stand covalent. Two valencies are already occupied. Just one to be shown here. Here H, H, here H, H, H. Okay. First you see, dear student, what I am taking care. See, you have to study everything in reverse manner also. I am drawing the carbon skeleton and we are trying to name it, but the same name can be given to you and you are asked to draw the structure. So you have, that's why I am asking you that I have given homework that every structure needs to be drawn twice, understand, so that you will come to know just understanding the structure of organic compound and naming it is not sufficient. It is also necessary that I quote particular name of organic compound and I ask you to draw its structure. You should know how to draw. Okay. See, dear student. First, golden rule. What is that? What is the golden rule first? Verify if there is presence of any functional group. No. Cancel rule number 2 from your mind. First, carbon skeleton single bond? No. Triple bond? No. Double bond? Yes. Okay, so ENE suffix fixed. Count the number of carbon atom. How many? 5. 5 carbon atom already. That means, dear student, 5 means pentane, as I just told you to keep it in mind. Pentane, ENE converts into pentene, but carbon double bond appears on the second carbon atom. To be more precise, if they have shown Here, double bond, you will simply name it propene. Understand? But because they have shown double bond between the second and third carbon atom, you can name it this way: 2 prop 2 pentene. What I am speaking? 2 pentene. 5 carbon atoms simply pentane, but the 5 carbon pentane, if the double bond has been shown on the last 2 carbon atom, you will call it normal pentene. But because double bond appears between the carbon atom number 2 and 3, you will precisely call it, understand, 2 pentene. What you can call it? 2 pentene. This way, the nomenclature actually works, dear student. Understood? Uh, Still, because every student, suppose, dear student, let us practice in some different way. Okay, I'm, I will just give you a fraction of time. Understand? Two. Just I will write the name of the organic compound and you will try to name it. Okay. See, suppose I am writing the name of the compound. Okay. Or let me first, dear student, let me, because I want to clear one more rule regarding the nomenclature. Okay. Concentrate here. Okay. Just a minute. Let me. Okay. Okay. Now, dear student, I have given, I have drawn the structure here is consisting of seven. I have just given that rod where the rule C6, but C7 means heptene. Okay. Okay. I just want to, that's why particularly I have targeted this to make to sure in one fact actually. I will give you a fraction of time to just name this particular organic compound. Take your time, dear student, and then just try to name this, because I want to ascertain one a very important role for you for reading any organic structure. Understand? Okay, let us clarify. Any functional group? No. Carbon chain, single bond? No. Triple bond? No. Double bond? Yes. ENE suffix? Definitely. How many carbon atoms? 7 means heptane. At least I actually though in textbook they have discussed up till hexane only. But because I wanted to clarify one very important rule of nomenclature, that's why I have taken C7 heptane only for your comfort to understand, right? So You all student must have given the name, understand? Because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 carbon atom. That means heptene. Clear? Double bond appears here. 2, 3, 4. Fifth carbon atom. So you must have written 5 heptene. Who have written 5 heptene? Most of you have written 5 heptene. Is it correct? No. Understood. That's why if you have named it 5 heptene, it is thoroughly wrong. Dear student, try to understand. When you are looking for the double bond, if it appears in last, no problem at all. But somewhere between, then you have to take the least numeral order, either counting from left or from right. See, if we count from left, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you count, it is between fifth and sixth carbon atom. But if you count from right, dear student, this is 1. This is counting from right 2. This is 3. This is 4. I am not mentioning. Understand? This is 5. This is 6. And this is 7. Now, dear student, counting from left, it appears on fifth carbon atom, fifth and sixth. Counting from right, it appears between second and third. It is a basic rule of the nomenclature that you should take the least numeral order. Means not 5 heptene, but you have to speak as 2 heptene. Mind this very well, dear student. 2 heptene is correct if you have named it as 2 heptene. If you have named this, then this is thoroughly wrong. Okay, dear student, mind this. You understood, no? Least numeral order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is on fifth, but you count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 means on second. So, out of 5 and 2, which is the least numeral order 2, so you have to write 2 heptene. You understood, dear student? Now, today's lecture we are ending here. What is my homework is those 2 golden rule I told you to be written twice. That will help you a lot in naming any organic compound, but at the same time, whatever 6 organic compound which we have discussed, few were alkane and few were alkenes. Alkyne and all we will continue from tomorrow in next lecture. But whatever organic structures I have drawn here, those organic structures you need to draw them twice. Understand how we will practice in homework? Two way. Twice means try to understand my homework. First, you will write the title this way: name all organic compound. All 6. You will draw the structure, name it. Draw the structure, name it. Then the second phase, draw structure of all organic compound. Then what you will do? You will write the name, draw the structure. Write the name, draw the structure. Both way you have to practice. You should understand the pattern of the homework this way. Okay, dear student, we will continue the practice of nomenclature, understand, in next lecture. Thank you very much.